Hi again, I'm Brenda Preuss from Stamping on the Plateau in Fairfield Glade, Tennessee. Today I'm reviving another old technique that came from an old magazine that I've since lost or misplaced, but it uses RIT dye that you might have around your home. This is the dry powder, not the liquid. So be sure to get the dry powder because it gives you the different formations that you need. The other things you need, I've used a white styrofoam plate, little depth to it, water that I've already poured into the little plate, a skewer in case you need to swirl things around a little bit, but you may not, regular matte white cardstock. All you do is dump a few of the granules. I'm using the tan color first. In fact, I'm going to pour a little bit more. I'm going to try to mix that a little because I like a little base color of that. There's a little red in there that was left over from a previous project, but that's okay. A little extra color is fine. This is very, very similar to your shaving cream backgrounds that you might have done in the past. Now I'm just going to let that settle and throw in the cardstock and let it soak up. And sometimes I push down, sometimes I swirl it around a little bit. You just play with it as you want to. I also like to get the color on the back side. Sometimes the back side turns out prettier than the front. And usually when you see the color soaking through, which it hasn't done yet, then you know you're pretty much done. It's starting to soak through some. I'm going to pull it up now. So now you have the different colors. Now that red did come from previous times that I had done this. Then you just set it aside on some paper toweling and let it dry. That looks like a little spring garden right there. Here's a couple of things that I did a little earlier. This red and yellow one, as it dries, it showed more of the yellow than it did originally. This was as I poured out the water, there was a little left over in the base of the container, and I just patted the cardstock in that. This was using green and yellow. And then here's some examples. By the way, I didn't mention I was using gloves on my hands, and I wore dark clothing because this is RIT dye, and it does dye clothing and it does dye your hands. So be prepared for that. But I hope you enjoyed this technique, and I hope you'll try it at home. Thanks a lot. Join me again next time. Bye-bye.